Hi everyone, welcome back to Cooking with Kikay. For this Kwentuhan with Kikay episode, let's go ahead and make some banoffee pie. And while we're at it, let's talk about vaccinations. The reason why we're making banoffee pie is because first my husband asked for banana pie, and my sisters asked for banoffee pie, which I think a great compromise would be banoffee pie because it has bananas and it's a pie. So I'm pretty sure my husband will still appreciate it. But also, they made me realize how much I miss banoffee pie from Starbucks Philippines. Lastly, like I said in my intro, we are going to be talking about vaccination. This is going to be a light episode, you guys. It's going to be merely informative and merely, hopefully, insightful. I do want to put out a disclaimer, you guys, that the information you're going to be hearing today about COVID vaccinations are very personal to my experience and my friends and my family's experiences with vaccination. I have asked 3 other individuals with various or differing professions, so you guys can see from different perspectives, to join me today and share their stories. You actually have met every single one of them, and you realize that if you watched my previous episodes. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna make some delicious banoffee pies for them, and they get to try it as they share their stories. It's really that simple, it's that light. Well, I wanna say this early on in this video, let's be kind, let's respect each other's opinions. Like, I personally wanna say right now that I respect everyone's opinions. And I completely understand that we all have differing opinions about the subject matter, which are COVID vaccinations. Okay, so I know that's lengthy, but let's go ahead and start making our banoffee pie. So yeah, please keep on watching. So now let's go ahead and start with making our simple, very simple dulce or caramel syrup. So here you go. I was drinking today? Well, I am. Cheers, you guys. Now, let's go ahead and start making our chocolate ganache. Here you go, you guys. Okay, so where are we at now? Now let's go ahead and start layering our ingredients. And this is my favorite part, you guys, so just have fun. Here you go. My favorite part, you guys, let's grab our pre-made crust and our finished ganache, chocolate ganache, and we're just gonna have fun. I'm gonna start pouring, or this is gonna be our bottom layer, you guys. Let's start layering our bananas, our sliced bananas. I like slicing them in rounds like this. And then just have fun. Okay, now we have our bananas done. And next we have to add our caramel or dulce sauce on top. Okay, so now we're almost done. Let's go ahead and make our whipped cream that's gonna go on top. And I do apologize in advance for the poor quality of the video. Guys, again, one woman show. I just realized that with my dirty fingers, I ended up touching the lens. So you're gonna see that there's a section of the video that's blurred. Ignore it. I mean, you're still gonna get what you need. You're still gonna get the information that you need. So try to ignore it as best as you can, okay? And just follow the instructions. Here's a super simple whipped cream recipe. I'm gonna be using table cream. You can use whatever heavy cream you prefer. And then I'm gonna go ahead and add a teaspoon of our instant coffee. There you go. And then we whip, you guys. So now I'm just gonna add half a tablespoon of sugar. Looks good, you guys. Ta-da! And lastly, let's go ahead and start piping our banoffee pie with our whipped cream. I do want to let you guys know that I am a big fan of using Ziplocs as pipe bags because I don't own any pipe bags. I told you guys I'm not really much of a baker. That's why this is a no-bake pie. I don't know if I said that already, but this is a no-bake pie, which is fantastic. So feel free to use a Ziploc to pipe your whipped cream. And if you have any pipe heads, icing, frosting heads, hold on, I'm gonna show you guys. Okay, so here's my piping head. I have my handy dandy Ziploc, okay? I cut the end of my Ziploc, easy enough. I make sure I don't make too big of a hole because then obviously the piping head will just go through all the way. You don't want that. You want you want it to stop at a certain point, right? Obviously, so it stays in. And there you go. Ta-da! There's your makeshift piping bag. Now what you're gonna see on the next clip is us piping our banoffee pie using a Ziploc bag. So, see, you guys can do anything with what you have at home. Honestly. You don't even need a piping head, you guys, by the way. So, here you go, you guys. There you go, you guys. Looks amazing to me. And now all we have to do is drizzle some chocolate syrup on top. Oh my gosh, that looks amazing. And I'm gonna add caramel syrup as well. I mean, come on, you guys. For my couple buy-ins out there, tell me that doesn't remind you of the banoffee pie in the Philippines. Come on, come on. Look how amazing that looks. Oh, I'm so excited. Now, okay, guys, I think we did a great job. Don't you think? I think we did a fantastic job making our pipe really beautiful with the tools we have, right? My makeshift piping bag. So anyway, I've put my banoffee pie in the fridge while I'm letting it cool down a bit and set. The chocolates to set, my dulce to set. Let's go ahead and talk about vaccinations and really why I wanted to integrate this conversation into my Kwentuhan with Kikay video. I just really wanted to share my personal experience with vaccination and my friends and my family's journey and experiences with vaccination, which you will see towards the end of the video. I've been blessed by the opportunity to be a part of this great mission to basically, hopefully, save lives. I am heavily now involved in the rollouts of vaccinations here in Southern California. But because of the position that I now have, I was able to get vaccinated. And I continuously thank God for it because I never thought I would be one of the first who would get it. So really, I feel great. I did receive the Pfizer vaccine again in California. And symptoms, none really. I felt great the first dose. I was worried about the second one because I did hear from other friends and family that they had some symptoms. Luckily, I didn't. I think the biggest impact is emotional and mental for me. And I would say that because if you guys, I have a video here. It's me talking about being a wife of a frontliner. And part of the video is when I talk about how helpless I felt being surrounded by frontliners in our household and seeing them really be so down and tired and exhausted and just helpless at times too. And now seeing that they all have been vaccinated and being around me now is also vaccinated, their worries and their stress have reduced significantly, is what I could say. And now being vaccinated together while they're still out in the front lines taking care of COVID patients, it's so much lighter in this house now. We are just less worried, less stressed. They're smiling more often now, you guys. Thinking about it makes me very emotional because I know how hard it was for them. It's night and day. you guys. It's all I'm saying. And lastly, but most importantly, you guys, I do want to re-emphasize that the intention of this video is to be informative. Because what I've learned throughout my journey in my profession thus far is that there are actually not just two opinions regarding COVID vaccinations. There are actually multiple. I feel like it's a spectrum, you guys. On one opposing end, there are the skeptics who are reluctant to get vaccinated, and there are the celebrants who are obviously excited to finally get vaccinated and get access to it. And those towards somewhere in the middle are those who are confused, unsure, uncertain whether they'll be part of this group or this group, right? And that's what I hope to somehow achieve in this episode, is that we are able to give some insight or bring some certainty to these people right in the middle, right in between, and finally give them confidence to make decisions at the end of the day. So what you're gonna see next are 3 individuals who would share their own vaccination experiences. It's Teacher Neann, which you guys have seen multiple times on Cooking with Kikai, my sister Dani, you've also seen her, and lastly Ashley. So please give them some love. Here you go, you guys. Kamusta naman your Banoffee pie?
Sarap.
Sarap ba?
Kulang.
Kulang. Okay.
Actually. Selfish mo. Ang sarap.
Question. Have you gotten vaccinated, girl?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe yes.
Can you tell us what your profession is?
Right now, I work for a logistics company. I'm actually helping our accounting department.
Hello, my name is Neann and I am a teacher.
I'm a registered nurse. Yes, I work in a critical care unit.
Which vaccination did you get?
I got the Moderna COVID vaccine.
I was actually not given a choice when I got my vaccine, but I got Moderna. I received Moderna.
I got the Pfizer.
Okay. Where did you get it?
I got it at CVS.
Ready?
I got it through my work, through my hospital.
How did you know you could go to CVS for vaccination?
I basically searched online, like, you know, where to get the COVID vaccine.
Okay.
And that's one of the locations that popped up. And I tried to see if I would qualify, and I did, because of the company that I work for. Because we do handle food and distribution of food.
Which is now the current tier now.
Yeah, the current tier.
They were offering it first to like the employees, those who wanted to get it.
I did have a slight headache the night, a couple hours after I had gotten my vaccine. And then the next day I was a little bit sleepy, but aside from that, even for both doses of my vaccine, that was it. But I didn't have anything else besides a very slight headache and just feeling a little tired, so I just took a nap and that was good.
After my first one, I felt fatigued for sure. So with Pfizer, I believe it's like 3 weeks, and before you get your second one. And so the first week after I got the first dose, I definitely felt fatigued, but I would say that's it. Yeah.
Okay, so prior to getting vaccinated, did you have any fears?
Honestly,
If so, what were they?
honestly, like in the very, very beginning, when there were speculations that they were coming out with a vaccine, or they might, syempre, I was thinking, how much can I trust this vaccine? It was produced in such a short time. So in my head, I was like, it can't be safe.
But I wouldn't say I was scared of it because I've been vaccinated for other things before. This was just fairly new, so I wanted to really see what was happening with other people first with getting their vaccine. So I was waiting. I wouldn't say I was afraid. I would say I was waiting and wanting to see what was going to happen.
You'd be surprised. You are one of many who are in the same boat.
Many.
They were just waiting, and they are still waiting.
Yes, many started asking me after I got it, what
Yep.
are you feeling? How what is it like? Am I gonna die? Am I and I was like, I think I'm alive, I'm good to go. I'm still here.
At first, I was very reluctant to get it, even though I was like working in a COVID unit and I could see that like firsthand and the effects of it. So I actually like reached out to my other nurse friends and like asked them what they thought about it. And they were doing their research on it as well, and they were talking to like other doctors in their hospitals about it. And they sent me some information to look up just to like do my own research. And after like reading up on both the vaccines and how it's made and how like there isn't a live virus, or even how they make like the flu vaccines, it's like completely different and safer actually. And so I felt better, and I felt that, you know, since I'm already exposed at my work with the patients that we care for, it's like it's better to get it than to not, especially when I see the effects of the COVID virus itself, like in patients, and even the long-term effects that they have after like recovering.
How do you feel since you've been vaccinated? Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually? Lahat-lahat na.
So the thing is, I was actually unemployed for quite a long time. And going back to work, knowing that the vaccine has been out for a while, going back to work made me feel a lot better, and it made work feel a lot more normal than when I left work, you know, earlier in the pandemic. Earlier in the pandemic, I felt like, wow, I'm here at work and I could potentially die, versus now I'm here at work and everything's going back to normal, or things are starting to go back to normal. Obviously that's my experience. I can't generalize that to everyone, but I think for me personally, I go from home to work, so that transition every day, I don't really feel any type of anxiety. I don't feel scared. I don't feel, you know, like I feel very comfortable going to work.
I feel, you know, when you first get the vaccine, you think like, oh, maybe something's going to happen because it's all so new. But after knowing that my symptoms weren't too prominent or severe, like others, and that they had recovered from it, I feel a lot more at ease, I guess, that I do have the vaccine. Especially now that we're returning to in-person school, I feel safer that I do have it than not. Definitely.
Well, what is your message to those who are still reluctant, or who are anxious or scared to get the vaccine?
The vaccine? I understand. It's scary. But from my perspective, I think that it is something that could potentially, you know, change everyone's lives. So if you do get it, I'm glad that you're getting it. It's also for your, you know, for your health. And you're helping a lot of people, I think. And if you are reluctant, that's fine. If you feel like you don't want to get it, if you don't feel comfortable, if you feel like, you know, the potential side effects could do more harm to you than good, then definitely take your time researching what you have to do. But I do want to remind everyone, at least based on what I've learned, it's that the vaccine was created in such a short time because there was a lot of funding that was put into this. It is something that a lot more people were involved in, and that's why it was able to be produced so soon. But the thought that was put into it is just as much as they would in any other type of immunization or any other vaccine that has been put out there.
I would just say for those who are unsure if they want to get the vaccine, to just do what is right by you personally, because everyone has the reasons for why they want to get a vaccine or not. Just do what's best for you, and then also what's also going to benefit our community so that we can get back to seeing everyone, not wearing masks, or maybe wearing masks sometimes. But it's okay to have doubts and worries about it because it's all so new. But at the same time, if we want to complain about wanting to get back to normalcy, then sometimes we have to take action of what will help us get there.
I definitely understand that because, like I said, I was also very reluctant and nervous about it. But I'd say just continue to talk to like people who've gotten it, people who are also reluctant like yourself, and just do your research and don't do it on Facebook or, you know, Google. Actually find like a good
Credible.
resource, research-based, just to help you understand like vaccines. But you know, our scientists have done like such amazing strides to create this thing. But it's actually been in the works since the first COVID virus like years ago. So it didn't just come out of nowhere. This is something that's already existed, and they just added on to it with the current virus that we're dealing with.
Awesome. Thank you. You're the best.
Yummy.
You're welcome.
Yummy desserts.
Okay, so if you've made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'm really proud of this video, you guys. And I hope you guys appreciated the time that Teacher Neann, Ashley, and Dani have dedicated to sharing their experiences so that you guys just can be a little bit more enlightened about COVID vaccine. Lastly, I have said this many times on this video, I think, but sincerely, I respect all you guys' opinions, all the different kinds of opinions, how many differing opinions there are about the matter. So I hope you respect ours. And lastly, I do pray that to those who don't have access to the vaccines yet, I pray every night that you do get them as soon as possible. That's all I wish for, and you can all start going back to normal. Shout out to my Filipinos, my kababayans who are again struggling through another surge of COVID. Praying for you guys every day. So thank you for watching. God bless. I hope I see you guys on the next episode. Bye! Oh, comment, like, subscribe, click on the notification bell, and share with your friends and your family. Bye!
Ang sarap, promise. Try mo.
Ang sarap, promise, try mo.
Promise. Try mo.
Sarap, promise, try mo. That